John Nelson, Omaha, Silverstone Group. John joined his father at the Nelson Insurance Agency in 1965. The firm grew into the Redland Group, which acquired Mammal and Associates and was renamed the Silverstone Group in 1992 with John as chairman.
In my particular case, I inherited a business that my father began, and he was a young man who basically was on his own at age 12, put himself through college and then got a law degree. And so, he's been an inspiration to me all my life, and I had the privilege of working with him for many years.
Nelson credits his father's tenacity for his success.
My dad started in the business, by the way, by selling polio policies door to door, because polio was the great scourge, and he was able to get a franchise to sell a policy that paid $5,000 if you got polio for $10, and they paid him $3, and that was back in a time when a lot of people were making $5 or $10 a week, and so he was able to sell those all over Nebraska and Iowa, and it really laid the basis for his success in the business.
In building the insurance business, Nelson's father gave him quality advice early on.
Most of the individuals who work in there, hardly any of them are in sales, but they, in a sense, maybe they're all in sales. But we try to come at the business technically and offer solutions to problems. And by doing that, we've been able to grow the business dramatically.
Silverstone is an independent consulting, actuarial, and insurance brokerage firm in risk management, property and casualty, human resource consulting, employee benefits, and private client services. Nelson sees Nebraska as a good place to do business.
The Nebraska insurance laws and the regulatory climate from the Insurance Commissioner's Office, which is a positive growth climate, have been invaluable in building this industry.
Never one to stand still, Nelson believes lifelong learning is key to success.
It's impossible for an individual to experience all the things you can get out of reading, and you can broaden your own life experience by using others' experiences through literature. I think that's really important, and it's got to be a lifelong thing, and it's fun. It beats watching every evening 5 hours of television or whatever.
As a successful entrepreneur, Nelson made many key decisions over his career, but likes to talk about what he considers the best business decision he ever made.
I went away to university. I was in the Navy. I had a job offer to go to work for Continental Illinois Bank in Chicago, and I was about to move to Chicago, and I just got to thinking about Chicago, raising a family, and not that that's not a great city, but I just decided I'd be more comfortable here and came back here, and I'm really grateful I did. Incidentally, Continental Illinois Bank was one of the early bank failures years ago, so I'd have probably been back here anyway.
John has served many Omaha and Council Bluffs organizations, in addition to being the 2003 King of Exarban and being inducted into the Omaha Business Hall of Fame.
I'm just really grateful for the wonderful life I've had. I mean, I've had an exceptional life, and at one time, a couple years ago, I found out I had cancer, and kind of was depressed for maybe 10, 15 minutes. And I said to my wife, whatever happens here, I mean, we've had an absolutely fabulous life. I mean, how are you going to complain? And when they blow the whistle, and I'm just grateful for having a great family, a great business, working with wonderful people in this company, and all the people I work with as clients.
Congratulations, John. Look at this another one. You got to give her a heart.
Thank you very much. Well, I don't really have much to add to that video. I just want to thank the Nebraska Chamber, and particularly this award is great because it comes from an organization which is replicated across our country, of chambers that support the business and industry of our nation, which are the fundamental sources of wealth for our entire country. And without the chamber, without the business people that are here and all you folks, we wouldn't have a heck of a lot to spend our money on. We wouldn't have any money. So I'm grateful for that. I'd also just say that I wouldn't be here if it weren't for some key people in my life, which I mentioned. My parents, I was fortunate enough to select them, and they cared and guided me throughout my life and taught me a lot of good things, including work ethic, the value of education, and a lifelong interest in learning. I also learned a lot from the Navy. Admiral Bell, a good friend of mine on our board of directors, is sitting out here, and he told me early on that rolling ship gathers no moss. I never did understand what he meant, but I'm still working on it. Most importantly, I was lucky enough to meet my wife Ann in college, and she was smart enough to ask me to marry her. And from that, we have 3 great children, one of which is here, John, and who is president of our company now. And, of course, we have 6 adorable, brilliant, unbelievably fantastic grandchildren who are exceptional, as all yours are. And they're also fascinating. The other thing is this table is a small group. I'll have them stand, too. Can you? That's some of the key people in our firm, the principals in our firm, and they're kind enough to come down here tonight. I also want to congratulate the other inductees tonight, the Baker family on behalf of Abe Baker and Joe Hampton and Kelly Holthus. Very fine company, and particularly when I look through that list of prior inductees into this, I know so many of them, which is a sign of age, of course, and so it's truly an honor to receive this honor, and I'm looking forward to the drive home because I understand it's gotten quite icy, and I have a good navigator and kibitzer in my wife who will every once in a while scream, "Look out," which means I'll have a lot of fun. So, thank you very much.
Yeah.